Sam here from Guitar.com at the PRS booth with Brian. We're taking a look at the silver guy. The silver guy? It's not a silver guy.
It's like a two-man group, but silver. Yeah.
Let's try that again. Yeah. It's definitely down NAMM Day 3, isn't it?
Yeah, right, sure, yeah.
Hey, Sam here from Guitar.com. I'm with Brian over at the PRS stand, and we're taking a look at the Silver Sky, now updated with a maple neck, Brian, which I guess people have been screaming out for a long time.
Yeah, it's a logical progression. So, I mean, when it came out, there was 4 colors. Rosewood fingerboard. It was set up the way John plays it. This is like my number one kind of I'm speaking on behalf of him, but like John's number one choices of everything from neck shape to radius to pickups. That's and he was playing rosewood guitars. So that was March 2018. So last year there were new colors introduced. This year finally, a lot of people have been asking, and so there was 2 new colors introduced. 2 went away. So there's still 8 colors in total for the regular line, and now there are 2 neck options. You can get any of the colors, any of the 8 standard colors in either neck. So it's still the rosewood neck, the maple fingerboard. The other change outside of the aesthetic difference of the birds, instead of having the solid birds, it's the black outline small J birds. But this neck is also a satin nitro. So it's a gloss neck on the rosewood and satin on here. It feels amazing. I'm primarily a rosewood fingerboard player. I've all the guitars I've ever owned. Only a couple have been maple, and I have a rosewood silver sky that I adore. When I did the product demo video for the maple neck, I played it for an hour sitting in the room and fell in love with it, and was not planning on needing a second one, but I couldn't help myself. I pulled the trigger on a maple because they really have a different feel and a different voice, and I just followed my gut and went with it. But it's, if you're a maple fan, now it's here. If you're primarily a rosewood board player, I still recommend checking one of these out because it's got a great feel and a great sound, and that the satin neck feels amazing. There is technically a 9th color. It's not widely available. They're making 500 of them. I don't remember how many are going to be domestic and how many will go overseas, but there may be only a couple hundred, 200 for the European market. But it is called the Nebula, and it's right behind us. So let's have a look at it. You want to come on this side with me? There we go. So the Nebula, obviously, is a color difference. It comes only in the rosewood option. I believe all of these are sold to dealers. So, find a dealer that has one. Call your signature PRS dealer. Look around if you want to try to get your hands on one. As you move around, you can see it changes colors from every angle. There's times it almost looks gold. Obviously, it looks violet in some angles. It looks blue in some angles. We were in the back filming somebody playing it yesterday, and from one angle it just looked black, and it was crazy. The more you move it, it's really remarkable. It's a.
Guys, I'm so sorry. Can we start again? I had somebody take my.
Oh yeah.
I was in the way to begin with, anyway.
So sorry. So here we can start maybe, on you guys in here we have. I can get it over.
Sure.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All good. So over here we have the Nebula. Now it's a new name for the guitar, but really all it differs is in the color. There's only 500 being made. Some of those are for the U.S. market, and a handful over there for the European market. If you're interested in checking one out or getting one, I would highly recommend looking up on PRSguitars.com to find where the dealers are, and contact a PRS signature dealer to see if you can get one on hold. The paint itself has like a multi-flake in it, so that it looks different from every angle. If you stand some ways, it almost looks gold. It certainly looks violet in some, or bluish in others. We were in the back filming somebody yesterday, and I was holding their camera, I was moving around, and in some places it just looked black. And it's a technique that's common on a lot of auto finishes and cars, and that's what they were going for. Paul said it was actually very difficult to do it in nitro. The nitro paint is not obviously what they use on car finishes. So, But there will be 500 of those, and I believe that will be it. Several people are asking Paul if you'll be able to get a custom 24 in that, and he's like, no, we're not going to do it. This is an exclusive thing for John. But it's kind of been the talk of the show.
Is this available with the maple neck as well, or is it just in the rosewood?
This particular one is rosewood only. Yeah, and I do all the product demo videos. I'm not in the factory day in and day out. I don't actually work there building them. I'm mainly an artist with them, but they get me as most of the information of everything, so I know to come and talk about this stuff. I showed up NAMM day one or loading the booth. I didn't even know it existed. I knew nothing about it, so it was as much of a surprise to me. And I was like, "What is that?" And it's it certainly is an eye-catching one. If you can get your hands on one, it's going to be like having a unicorn. Those things are really cool.
Thanks very much, Brian. So as you can see, Silver Sky updated with the lovely maple neck and the brand new Nebula finish. Head to prsguitars.com to see more, or head over to guitar.com.